Some styles that were everywhere just a year ago are already fading. And at the same time, new directions are rising, which are deeper, warmer, and smarter, and more emotionally connected ways of designing homes that actually feels good to live in. Hi, I am Ceylan, designer and architect here in Dubai, and welcome to the Designerist. If you are planning to renovate, refresh your home, or simply update your style in 2026, this video is going to give you clarity because interior design is changing fast. So today we are talking about 10 interior design styles, 5 that are on their way out, and 5 that are taking their place. Not because trends matter, but because your home is something you experience every day. And how it feels has a real effect on your mood, your energy, and your lifestyle. We design here with intention, we design with maturity, and we design for a life, not just for a pictures. Wait, pause. I saw something crazy. 96% of you watching right now aren't subscribed. If you are watching, it means you like the content. So go ahead, hit that subscribe. It truly supports the channel and it will motivate me to bring best interiors value. So just click for subscribes and like button. Thank you in advance. Number 1 out. The all white empty minimal home. You have seen it on Instagram. Pure white walls, white sofa, white coffee table and nothing else. It looked clean and expensive for a moment. But now people are realizing something. It feels empty. It doesn't feel lived in. It doesn't feel warm. There is no soul, no personality. Unfortunately, it's the visual equivalent for being emotionally unavailable. Please don't misunderstand me. Minimalism isn't the problem. Sterility is. We are not in hospital, right? People are tired of homes that look like they are waiting for furniture to arrive. So, as a number 1 in, warm minimalism with depth and texture. In 2026, minimalism stays, but it becomes human. We are seeing soft beige, earthy clays, warm stone, natural wood, and texture fabrics. Homes feel like place to rest, not display perfection. It's calm but with warmth. It's still clean but with life. It's minimal but it has soul. Number 2. Out. Scandinavian pastel. Soft cute aesthetic. Soft pink chairs, pastel vases, white wood furniture. IKEA influencer energy. It's sweet but it's also shallow. Visually and emotionally. It feels young, it feels temporary, it feels like something you outgrow. I am agree. It's also photographs way better than lives. A home can't feel like a prop set. It needs grounding. Number 2. In. European heritage warmth. Think European apartments with stories. Natural wood flooring. Vintage pieces mixed with new ones. Creamy walls with depth. Art that means something to you. A space that feels collected, not purchased in one shopping trip. This is the direction design is moving in, not staged, but meaningful. Not to say, look at my decor, but this is my life. It feels mature, intelligent, and personal. Number 3. Out. Industrial coffee shop loft look. Black metal frames, gray concrete floors, Edison bulbs, exposed pipes. This style had a big moment. It felt urban, raw, and cool. But now it feels cold, harsh, and emotionally flat. And homes are moving in the complete opposite direction. Today, people want softness, depth, grounding, and comfort. Number 3. In. Textural organic modern. Imagine natural tones, but richly layered. Flex linen, brushed stone, warm matte metals, soft edges, and organic shapes. This style is sophisticated without being loud. It's modern but gentle. It feels relaxing, natural, and intentional. It says, I lived beautifully, not I tried very hard. Number 4. Out. Coastal farmhouse, Fox rustic whitewash style. The shiplap, the distressed white furniture, the ceramic, bless this home sign. It's over. It doesn't matter how many influencers still try to push it. It has reached a point where it looks decorated, not designed. It feels artificial, forced, and theatrical. Number 4. In Mediterranean soft earth moderns. This is where people are going now. Natural plaster walls, terracotta tones, aged woods. Stone that looks like it came from the earth. Curves, niches, and texture. It's warm, it's slow, and it's grounded. It feels like you live somewhere with history, even if your building is brand new. It's what people want to feel: peace, warmth, and presence. Number 5. Out. The everything matches look. Matching furniture sets, matching decor sets, matching artwork from the same pack. Everything bought in one day, so it feels complete. But when everything matches, there is no personality. A home should evolve with you, not arrive in a delivery truck fully formed. Number 5. In Curated, layered, collected over time interiors. Even if you bought everything recently, it shouldn't like you did. The space should feel like it has a story, like the pieces were chosen intentionally, not conveniently. Interior design is shifting from "does this look nice" to "does this feel like me." This is where emotional intelligence meet aesthetics. This is where design really starts to feel like home. Number 6. In dark atmospheric, emotionally rich spaces. We are moving far away from the idea that rooms must always to be bright to feel luxurious. Light and bright is gorgeous, but only when it comes with depth. Right now, more and more people are choosing darker, richer interiors for dining rooms, bathrooms, and lounges. One of those colors are midnight blues, deep olive, and soft brown. Materials that glow in indirect light, not shout under LEDs. This style doesn't try to impress the eye. It invites the body to relax. It says, this is where evening lives. This is where depth is allowed. And this is where you feel safe to slow down. Nothing about it's heavy. It's warmed, grounded, and layered. And it photographs beautifully without ever trying. Number 6. Out. Bright white. Everything must be light. Homes. The obsession with brightness came from social media, from the idea that home must be set up like photography studio. But homes aren't meant to be photographed. Homes are meant to be lived in. When every room is bright, every room feels the same. There is no rhythm, no mood shift, no intimacy. A home should have light and shadow. It has space to breathe. It has space that holds atmosphere. We are done with homes that feel like waiting rooms. Number 7. In Imperfect natural materials. This is a big shift, one of the biggest of the decade. People are choosing materials honesty again. Stone that looks like stone. Wood that shows its grain. Plaster that has movement. And ceramics with irregular edges. And fabrics that age beautifully. Homes are becoming place of real texture again, not smooth synthetic surfaces pretending to be something else. Luxury is no longer perfection. Luxury is aging well. This lets the home get better over time instead of degrading when the new wears off. Number 7. Out. Glossy, shiny, polished everything. The polished marble floors, super shiny tiles, reflective everything. We are moving away from that because glossy surfaces look expensive only when they are new. One scratch, 1 year of living, and suddenly it looks worn. Matte textures feel confident. They don't need to shout, they feel human. This is emotional maturity in design. Number 8. In Statement lighting with sculptural presence. Lighting is no longer just functional. Lighting is architecture. Oversized linen pendants, organic hand-formed chandeliers, ceramic scones with warm glow, floor lamps that feels like art. These pieces define the room far more effectively than decor objects ever will. Because light affects mood, light affects rhythm, and light defines the tone of your evening every single day. If you want your home to instantly feel more elevated, upgrade the lighting. Not the sofa, not the rug. Just update the light. This is what every designer knows, not only me. Number 8. Out. Tiny spotlights and recessed lights everywhere. I just saw it in one apartment, ceiling grids of 40 spotlights per room. Cold, harsh, and over illuminated. It's unfortunately completely draining. We are done with ceiling interrogation lighting. And also, we are done with rooms that make you feel like you are being evaluated. 2026 is about soft, layered, atmospheric, not full lighting everywhere. Number 9. In. Personal decorative identity. Your home is not a showroom. Your home is you, the art you love, the objects from places you have traveled, the books you actually read, furniture that tells your story, not furniture that matches a Pinterest mood board. This is interior design maturity. When you stop trying to impress people you don't know and start building a home that supports your life. And then your room should feel like a biography, not a catalog page. Number 9. Out. Copy paste Pinterest rooms. The same beige bedroom with the same buckle chair. This has become the avocado toast of interiors. Everyone has seen it, and everyone can spot it instantly. Homes need identity now, not copy paste from Pinterest. Number 10. In. Architectural softness, curves, depth, and niches. This is the biggest stylistic shift visually. Hard lines are giving way to curves. Sharp corners are becoming softened transitions. Boxy rooms are being opened with arch. And walls are gaining depth through niches rather than decor. This is not trend softness, this is architectural comfort. When a space has curves and depth, the nervous system relaxes. The room feels alive and it feels human. You don't just look at the room, you will feel it. Number 10. Out. Boxy, rigid, right angle, everything. Square rooms, square furniture, straight lines, flat walls, hard geometry. It served as purpose, simplicity, clarity, but emotionally it's cold. We are humans, not rectangles. The home is shifting back to embrace form, gesture, shape, and flow. And we need to bear in mind that's where the beauty is. If you are still watching, you are clearly designing with intention, not just trends. And that's exactly what we do here. So, if you want more clarity, direction, and real design guidance, make sure you subscribe and stay with me here on The Designerist. And please don't forget the 96% just subscribe. I will see you in the next one.